I'm always amazed by myself and people that are in breakups because it's actually like mind blowing. How can you care so much about someone that does not care about you? Doesn't that just not make sense? It's amazing how emotional human beings are, how illogical we are, and that we claim that we're creatures of reason and wisdom and that we're smart, but we're really not because we care so much about the things that don't reciprocate to us. We pour our energy, our time, our efforts, our resources consistently over and over again into a person, into a situation, into a entity that does not even give us anything back. A lot of times you've got to realize that what you're doing is absolutely crazy. And when you catch yourself doing that, it's already too late. I have been that person where I have been texting and begging and messaging someone and trying to get them to love me again and convince them that I've changed, I'm different in whatever way that benefits the relationship. And this person doesn't even care. They don't even look. They don't even check it. A lot of times they're not even checking your messages. They're just putting it to the side. Or even worse, they're laughing at it in their group chat with their friends. They're, showing it to the guy that they're hooking up with. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you know what? You deserve it. I deserve it. We all deserve it. Because we're the ones that are doing it. When you put yourself out there into a situation that doesn't make sense to you, you have to take a moment and wait and see if it comes back. If it doesn't come back, boom, you move on. That's the role of investment in life. Being in a relationship, talking to people is like investing. And a good investor knows when to pull away and he knows when to put more in. And ultimately, at the end of the day, an investor will put a lot in when the potential of the relationship, when the potential of the stock is very high. So when you're talking to someone that has great potential with you, that has high compatibility with you, that you may not necessarily love or care about to a large degree yet, that is where it's smart. See, many people go into a relationship thinking that love and organic chemistry are the number one things. They're not. The compatibility and the future and the potential of it is really what it is. If you're a guy, it is very important for you to find a woman that has good motherly characteristics because this is arguably the number one thing that's going to determine the quality of your life when it comes to your children, when it comes to your legacy, when it comes to your household, when it comes to your health, when it comes to your finances. A woman determines so much. And if you pick the wrong person, if you choose to invest in the wrong person, you are going to be ruined as a man. Same thing with women, okay? Let me flip here. The quality of the man that you bring into your life will determine your happiness, your anxiety, your security, your protection, your provision, the level of comfort that you have in your life. It determines a lot. You pick the right man, your life is good. I always tell women, the quickest way to become a millionaire? Marry one. And that necessarily shouldn't be your goal, but the quickest way to become fit, the quickest way to become in a state of comfort, the quickest way to become protected, anything like that, is to find a guy that can realistically provide it. Now, a lot of women might jump back and say, well, I can provide that for myself. I can do this for myself. Listen, you can do a lot of things for yourself as a woman. You can do a lot of things for yourself as a man. But men and women are not meant to compete against each other. They're meant to complete one another. Men and women need one another. And what you need as a woman, a man can get you. And what you need as a man, a woman can get you. So you got to learn to understand that you need to look for the right partner and you need to learn to invest very carefully. And a lot of you are putting in energy, effort, all the above into people that are just typically bad investments. And people get upset with, people are not investments. This is not a business. Yes, it is. Relationships are a business. If you really, really know your science of relationships, they are almost exactly like a business. There are a couple twists and bends that make them a little different, but they're almost exactly alike. When you are trying to find someone, when you are going on a date with someone and they have potential, like let's say you're a girl and you have a guy in front of you that has a plan, that has something mapped out for his life, invest. If he's a disciplined man with a plan, invest in him. Because down the road, it's going to be a lot better for you. And if you have a woman that really is into the mindset of being a mother, into the mindset of nurturing, into the mindset of being a loyal, good person, invest into her. See, what you're looking at right now and what it is right now may not actually be what it is 10 years from now. Think about that for a moment. Think about yourself 10 years ago. Who were you? What did you like? Some of you might be 25 and you're like, well, I was 15. That doesn't count. Yes, it does. Look how different you were. Look at where your priorities were. And I can tell you, like, if you're 35 and you go back to 25, you're probably a world apart. People change over time. And if you're the influence in their life and you're the partner in their life, they're going to change towards you. They're going to mold towards you. Every single girl that I have dated has molded towards me, has liked the things that I've liked, has watched the shows that I've watched, has tried to learn about my culture. Every single woman has tried to learn more about me. And respectfully, I've tried to learn the same. My last girlfriend, I was learning the language to her country. Even if it does not work out, I have learned from her. I have learned the culture. I have learned something. And that's something that I'm always going to remember. You got to understand, it doesn't matter what you think about this person in terms of love, in terms of how emotional you guys are connected. Because those are feelings. And feelings don't matter. Emotions are here, there, everywhere. You feel good one day. You feel sad. Can you really map out why you feel a certain way and control your feelings? It's not necessarily realistic. You can try to regulate them, but it's really, really hard to precisely control your emotions. That's why you have to discipline yourself. On a day-to-day basis, I don't think anybody in the world can say, I want to feel happy, boom, snap their finger and feel happy. It's very hard to do that. It's almost impossible for the majority of people. I'm a very emotional person. I'm telling you. But I've learned to control and just do things. Let me back up even more. Motivation, being disciplined, doing all these things. Those terms are abused and used. Really, at the end of the day, it's just about doing. If you see something good, do it. Invest into it. If you see something bad, do it. Walk away. Just walk away or just walk into it. That's really how life should be played. This is why Nike is on top. You know, I don't know if you guys know, Nike, the Greek word is Nike, and it just means victory. And their slogan is just do it. And I couldn't tell you how amazing that slogan is. Just do it. So when you find yourself pouring into this person from a cup that's becoming empty because you're so drained, you need to just understand that you need to leave that relationship. And you might say, well, I feel this way and I love them. And no, just do it. Just cut it. Just move on. Just focus. Let go. It's amazing how you care so much. That's a super talent right there. You might want to put that energy, that talent to better use. Focus on your physique. Even though it doesn't necessarily make you feel good, just do it. Be committed to something that actually makes sense for you and reciprocates to you instead of someone that does not give a fuck about you. I hope this made sense, guys. I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me here today. Shout out to K&D Group for sponsoring our podcast. If you're ever in the Cleveland area, check them out. And until next time, guys, Sumi out.